You punch numbers into a retirement calculator online. It asks your age, current savings, expected retirement age. You hit calculate and it tells you that you need $2.3 million to retire comfortably. You have $47,000 saved. You're 38 years old. The gap feels so impossibly large that you close the browser and try not to think about it. Except you can't stop thinking about it because you know that someday, whether you're ready or not, you're going to have to stop working.
Here's what those calculators don't tell you. The number you actually need to retire isn't some universal amount that applies to everyone. It's not $1 million, it's not $2 million, and it sure as hell isn't the $5 million some financial advisors throw around to scare you into buying their services. The amount you need is specific to your life, your expenses, and your retirement vision. And understanding what that number actually is changes everything about whether retirement feels impossible or achievable.
My name is Don, and I create educational content about investing, personal finance, and building wealth. If you want to know the real math behind retirement instead of fear-based projections designed to sell you products, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to calculate your personal retirement number and have a concrete action plan to actually hit it, not just stress about it. The 4% rule reality. Let's start with the most cited retirement rule in personal finance. Research from William Bengen in 1994, later validated by the Trinity study, established what's called the 4% rule. The principle is simple. You can withdraw 4% of your retirement portfolio annually and have a 95% probability of not running out of money over 30 years. Here's the math. If you need $40,000 annually in retirement, divide by 0.04. That's $1 million. Need $80,000 annually? That's $2 million. The formula is straightforward. Annual spending needs divided by 0.04 equals required retirement portfolio. But research from 2023 by Morningstar complicates this. They found that due to current market valuations and lower expected returns, a 3.3% withdrawal rate is now more appropriate for 30-year retirement periods. That same $40,000 annual need now requires $1.2 million, not $1 million. At $80,000 annually, you need $2.4 million instead of $2 million. Data from Vanguard's 2024 research shows that withdrawal rates need to account for sequence of returns risk. If you retire during a market downturn and start withdrawing immediately, your failure rate increases dramatically. Studies show that people retiring in 2008 who stuck to 4% withdrawal rates had 30% higher portfolio depletion risk than those who retired in 2012. The safe number, according to recent research, plan for 3 to 3.5% withdrawal rates, especially if you're retiring before age 65. That means you need 28 to 33 times your annual spending, not 25 times. The Social Security variable. Research from the Social Security Administration shows that the average Social Security benefit in 2026 is approximately $1,900 monthly or $22,800 annually. But data shows this varies dramatically. The maximum benefit for someone retiring at full retirement age is $3,800 monthly or $45,600 annually. Here's what this means for your retirement number. Studies from the Center for Retirement Research at Boston College show that Social Security typically replaces 40% of pre-retirement income for median earners, but only 25% for high earners and 55% for low earners. If you're earning $60,000 annually and Social Security replaces $24,000 of that, you only need to replace $36,000 from your portfolio. At 3.5% withdrawal rate, that requires $1.03 million, not the $1.71 million you'd need without Social Security. But research from the Congressional Budget Office shows that Social Security faces a funding shortfall. Current projections show the trust fund can pay full benefits until 2034, after which it can only pay 77% of promised benefits unless Congress acts. Studies from retirement researchers suggest building your plan assuming 75 to 80% of projected Social Security benefits to be conservative. Data from the Employee Benefit Research Institute shows that 45% of retirees claim Social Security before full retirement age, receiving permanently reduced benefits. Someone claiming at 62 instead of 67 receives approximately 30% less monthly, which means they need significantly more portfolio assets to maintain the same lifestyle. The healthcare cost bomb. Research from Fidelity's 2025 retiree healthcare cost estimate shows that the average couple retiring at age 65 will need approximately $315,000 to cover healthcare costs in retirement. That's not including long-term care, which research from Genworth shows averages $108,000 annually for a private nursing home room. Here's what studies show about healthcare timing. If you retire before age 65, you're not eligible for Medicare. Data from the Kaiser Family Foundation shows that individual health insurance for someone aged 60 to 64 averages $800 to $1,200 monthly, or $9,600 to $14,400 annually. That's $48,000 to $72,000 you need to cover before Medicare eligibility at 65. Research from the Healthcare Cost Institute shows that healthcare inflation runs 1 to 2 percentage points higher than general inflation. While overall inflation averages 3%, healthcare costs increase 4 to 5% annually. Studies show this means healthcare consumes an increasingly large portion of retirement budgets over time. Building this into your retirement number. Research suggests adding $350,000 to $400,000 to your total retirement needs specifically for healthcare if you're planning for a couple. For singles, studies show $175,000 to $200,000. This is in addition to your annual living expense portfolio needs. The geographic reality. Data from the Bureau of Economic Analysis shows that the same retirement lifestyle costs dramatically different amounts based on location. Research from MIT's living wage calculator shows that cost of living varies by up to 300% between the cheapest and most expensive U.S. locations. Studies tracking actual retiree spending from the Employee Benefit Research Institute show that median retiree expenses are approximately $50,000 annually. But this varies from $35,000 in low-cost areas like Arkansas and Mississippi to $75,000 plus in high-cost areas like California and New York. Research from the Urban Institute analyzing retiree relocation patterns shows that 15% of retirees move to lower-cost areas, specifically to reduce retirement expenses. Data shows this can reduce required retirement assets by 25 to 40%. Someone needing $2 million to retire in Seattle might only need $1.3 million to retire in Knoxville. But studies from the Cornell University Retirement Research Center show that geographic arbitrage has hidden costs. Moving away from family, healthcare networks, and social connections can reduce quality of life in ways that offset financial savings. Research shows satisfaction with retirement correlates more with social connection than with portfolio size above basic security levels. The debt factor. Research from the Federal Reserve's Survey of Consumer Finances shows that 41% of households aged 65 to 74 still carry mortgage debt, up from 21% in 1989. Data shows that median mortgage debt for indebted older households is $152,000. Here's how this affects retirement math. If you're carrying a $2,000 monthly mortgage payment into retirement, you need an additional $24,000 annually from your portfolio. At 3.5% withdrawal rate, that requires an extra $686,000 in retirement assets just to cover housing debt. Studies from the Center for Retirement Research show that households entering retirement debt-free need 30 to 40% less in retirement assets than households with significant debt. Research shows that paying off mortgages before retirement is one of the highest return strategies because you're eliminating a guaranteed expense that would otherwise require significant portfolio assets to cover. Data from the Employee Benefit Research Institute shows that retirees with no mortgage debt report 45% less financial stress than retirees with mortgage debt, even when controlling for total income and assets. The psychological benefit compounds the mathematical benefit. The timeline to build it. Research from Vanguard Tracking. Millions of retirement accounts shows realistic timelines for building retirement assets from various starting points. Someone starting at age 25 investing $500 monthly will have approximately $1.4 million by age 65, assuming 8% average returns. But data shows most people don't start at 25. Research from the National Institute on Retirement Security shows the median age people begin seriously saving for retirement is 38. Studies show that someone starting at 35 needs to invest $1,100 monthly to hit $1.4 million by 65, and someone starting at 45 needs $2,800 monthly. The math gets brutal with delayed starts. Research from T. Rowe Price shows that each 5-year delay in starting retirement savings roughly doubles the required monthly contribution to hit the same goal. Starting at 25 requires X monthly. Starting at 30 requires 1.5x. Starting at 35 requires 2.2x. Starting at 40 requires 3.3x. Studies tracking actual retirement outcomes show that people who started investing in their 20s had median retirement balances 400% higher than people who started in their 40s, even when the late starters had higher incomes. Time in the market beats timing or income level for retirement wealth building. The spending reality. Research from J.P. Morgan Asset Management. Analyzing actual retiree spending patterns shows something surprising. Real spending in retirement typically follows a curve, not a straight line. Studies show that spending decreases approximately 1% annually from age 65 to 75, then decreases 2 to 3% annually after age 75. Data shows that what researchers call the go-go years, 65 to 75, have the highest spending. The slow-go years, 75 to 85, see reduced spending as travel and activity decrease. The no-go years at 85 plus see the lowest spending except for healthcare. Research from the Employee Benefit Research Institute shows that median retiree spending at age 85 is approximately 70% of spending at age 65. This means that retirement calculations based on constant inflation-adjusted spending overestimate needs for later years. But studies show this is offset by healthcare costs. Research from Fidelity shows that healthcare spending increases from approximately $6,000 annually at age 65 to $12,000 plus annually by age 85. The decreased discretionary spending is partially or fully consumed by increased healthcare needs. The realistic numbers. Based on comprehensive research from multiple sources, here are realistic retirement asset needs for different retirement spending levels. $40,000 annual spending, $1.2 to $1.4 million, assuming full Social Security benefits covering $20,000 to $24,000. $60,000 annual spending, $1.8 to $2.2 million, assuming Social Security covers $24,000 to $28,000. $80,000 annual spending, $2.5 to $3.0 million, assuming Social Security covers $28,000 to $32,000. $100,000 annual spending, $3.2 to $3.8 million, assuming maximum Social Security covers $40,000 to $45,000. These numbers assume 3 to 3.5% withdrawal rates, include healthcare buffers, and assume mortgage-free retirement. Research shows these targets provide 90% plus probability of portfolio survival over 30-year retirement periods. The action plan. Studies from behavioral finance research show that people who create specific retirement plans are 65% more likely to hit their targets than people who just save without clear goals. Here's the research-backed action sequence. Step 1. Calculate your actual annual spending needs in retirement. Research shows most people can live on 70 to 80% of pre-retirement income because work expenses disappear. But studies show some people need 90 to 100% if they plan extensive travel or hobbies. Step 2. Subtract expected Social Security. Use the Social Security Administration's calculator, then reduce by 20% to be conservative based on projected funding shortfalls. Step 3. Multiply the remainder by 30 to get your required portfolio using a conservative 3.3% withdrawal rate. Add $200,000 to $400,000 for healthcare depending on whether you're single or married. Step 4. Calculate the gap between current savings and target. Research from Fidelity shows that people at age 30 should have 1 times salary saved, age 40 should have 3 times, age 50 should have 6 times, and age 60 should have 8 times to be on track for traditional retirement. Step 5. Determine required monthly investment to close the gap. Studies show that every $100 monthly invested from age 35 to 65 becomes approximately $175,000, assuming 8% returns. Use this ratio to calculate what monthly investment closes your specific gap. The catch-up reality. Research from the IRS shows that catch-up contributions exist specifically for people behind on retirement savings. Data shows that people age 50 plus can contribute an additional $7,500 annually to 401ks and an additional $1,000 to IRAs beyond normal limits. Studies from the Employee Benefit Research Institute tracking retirement preparedness show that households where people maximize catch-up contributions from age 50 to 65 increase retirement wealth by approximately $320,000 on average. Research shows this can close 30 to 50% of retirement savings gaps for late starters. But data shows that only 15% of eligible savers actually make catch-up contributions. Research suggests this is because people in their 50s are often facing peak expenses with kids in college and aging parents needing support. Studies show that people who successfully catch up typically do so by radically cutting expenses, not by earning dramatically more. The bottom line. Research across decades of retirement studies shows that you don't need some arbitrary $2 million to retire. You need 25 to 30 times your annual spending needs minus Social Security, plus a healthcare buffer. For many people, that number is $1.2 to $1.8 million. For some, it's $800,000. For others, it's $3 million plus. What matters according to data isn't comparing yourself to some universal number. It's calculating your personal number and then reverse engineering the monthly investment required to hit it. Studies show that people who know their specific number and required monthly contribution are 3 times more likely to achieve retirement goals than people saving without specific targets. The retirement calculators that spit out $2.3 million and make you want to close the browser aren't using your actual spending, your actual Social Security, your actual timeline. They're using averages that might be wildly different from your reality. Build your own calculation using the research-backed formulas. You might need less than you think, or you might need more. But you'll know, and knowing makes all the difference. Research shows that the biggest retirement planning mistake isn't undersaving. It's not starting because the number feels impossible. Every month you delay starting reduces your final outcome by approximately 1%. Studies show that someone who starts investing $400 monthly at age 30 ends up with more than someone who starts investing $1,000 monthly at age 45. Start now. Calculate your real number. Invest the required monthly amount. Increase it when income grows. Research proves this works for normal people on normal salaries who start and stay consistent. The timeline is long, but it's real. 25 years passes whether you're building retirement wealth or just hoping it works out somehow. Run the real numbers this week. Stop avoiding it because it feels overwhelming. The math either works or it doesn't, but you can't fix what you won't face. You've got this. Calculate, commit, and start building. Your 65-year-old self is counting on the decisions you make today.